Hey guys, my name's Joseph Marrone. I'm an assistant dean of admission here at Hofstra University. I'm a recent graduate. I graduated in 2017 with a double major in marketing and management. Today we're going to talk a little bit more about what our spots on campus are like, where ILO is my favorite spot on campus, where our current students are going. That way you can learn a little bit more about the university in our different type of ways. So right now we're actually going to have our two students introduce themselves. I'm joined with Anna and Shay. Anna, you want to introduce yourself first?
Sure. So my name is Anna Baxter. I'm a current senior here. I major in public relations with a minor in psychology. I am a member of our honors college as well as a tour guide, and I'm part of our campus feminist collective.
Nice. And Shay?
I'm Shay Yostpille. I am a sophomore here on campus, and I'm a speech pathology major with a minor in linguistics. I'm also a tour guide, and I am a part of NISHLA, which is the National Student Speech Language Hearing Association.
All right, very cool. So I think it's a little bit obvious. I'm in my office, in the office of an undergraduate admission. This is probably my favorite spot on campus as a worker here because it's where I get to read all the applications that you students applied to Hofstra. I get to have those conversations with your families and yourself to really make sure that Hofstra is the right fit for you. Shay, where did you choose on campus to kind of highlight?
Well, right now I'm on the 12th floor of the Bill of Rights, one of our residence halls, but it kind of mimics the 10th floor of the library, which is one of my favorite spots to study because it's quiet, has the nice views, and it's good to get a group of people or to study individually.
All right, very cool. And how about yourself, Anna?
I am currently in our School of Communication, sitting in one of our video control rooms, which is where we do a lot of post-production work and production work. As a student in the School of Comm, I spend a majority of my time in this building, whether it be in rooms like this or in classrooms or sitting in professors' offices and trying to do some extra work with them.
Very cool. And what kind of made you choose that spot as your favorite area on campus or a spot to highlight?
So first off, I just think that the technology in here is really cool. I think that the fact that undergraduate students as early as their freshman year are starting to work with this equipment is something really unique that I only found at Hofstra. But in addition, because I spend so much time in the School of Communication, it feels like a second home to me in addition to my residence hall.
Nice. All right, cool. And Shay, you mentioned the views that you get to see on the 10th floor of the library. What exactly do you get to see?
So on a nice, clear, sunny day, you can see the skyline of New York City. So I think that's just really cool because it shows just like a little perspective of how close Hofstra is to the city and like all the opportunities that you can have as a student going into the city and things like that. And also just in general, just to look out over the trees in the spring when everything's blooming or in the fall when the leaves are changing colors. It's just a nice view in general.
Yeah, I mean, I totally get what you're talking about with views. So when I was a student at Hofstra, my favorite spot on campus is this little area I like to call Narnia, and I'm sure you guys have walked through it. So it's a little area called that we call Narnia on Hofstra's campus because it feels like that type of environment, especially when it's snowfall and then we get this nice little like dusting of snow. It's actually part of our arboretum, so the whole entire campus is a nationally recognized arboretum, but this area is actually a mini pine forest. I believe there's over 60 different species of pine trees and bushes in there, and that's where I like to do a lot of my studying because while you have opportunities in the city, it's nice that you have the opportunity to sit amongst all these different types of trees around you when you're not in the city because very much that hustle and bustle, yeah, it's nice, but sometimes it gets a little distracting. So I totally understand what you're saying with those views and just being around that type of environment. So, do you have any memories, whether it be long nights studying in the library, Shay, whether it be students in your major or other classes, or Anna, do you have any memories or fun stories that you've done either in that control room or in the School of Communications as a whole? We'll start with you, Shay.
Yeah, so I know being a speech major, we have some pretty hefty exams that take place. So I know a lot of the girls in my major, we like to get together, plan a night to go down there and study a couple days before the exam. And in the basement of the library, you can rent the study rooms and have the whiteboards there as well. So it's a nice place to kind of have a group study session because you can kind of use the surroundings around you to benefit your studying and make it more efficient as possible so you can really ace that exam.
Oh, nice. Anna?
I'll tell you about my most recent experience. So as a senior PR major, One of my professors actually asked me to speak at the Public Relations Student Society of America's regional conference. So I'm going to be a panelist for that event. And he also asked me to design the program for the event. So I have been spending long nights in our news hub within the School of Communications on Photoshop and trying to design a program that looks visually appealing, but also clean and has all the right information in there.
All right. And I'm sure you've done plenty of nights like that during your freshman, sophomore, and junior years as well.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, I think that face says it all, right? Yeah. So, Shay, you actually touched on the whiteboards and the study groups. I actually utilized that a lot when I was an undergrad as well. I remember, and you'll probably not thinking of this now, but looking back as an alum, those nights when you're in those study rooms, or even in this School of Business for myself, but for you, Anna, the School of Communication, those moments when you really are going hard with your friends, and it is those long hours, and you're on maybe your third cup of coffee that day. Those are the moments when like you're kind of losing it a little bit. You're able to really look back on them, and those are the bonds and the friendships that I've at least have been able to maintain. And yeah, we look back and talk about those moments, but now we're just putting it into a different perspective of the time that we put into the studying and making those papers or final group projects really strong. Now we're just doing that day to day in work, and it's kind of nice that you have those spots to really focus on and look back on, whether it be the library, School of Communication, or wherever you, future students who are watching this, might be finding your favorite spot on campus to be. So, is this a spot that you go to relax at all, Shay? Since I know this mocks the library, but do you utilize the lounge in your residence hall at all?
Yes, I do. And I also love when the RAs put on their little programs that they have too, because they most of the time do them in the lounges. So I see like a lounge as a place to study, but also as a place to have fun and entertain as well, because you can go there with your friends just to watch TV, or if a RA is having a program, that's a little bit more fun and something other than just studying in the room as well.
And I think I could obviously wow, I could see the TV behind you.
Yep.
VCR, which I doubt anyone ever will use now. I see an HDMI cord, but what is there actually a fireplace in that fireplace mantle?
Yes, there is.
Ooh, set the mood maybe, or when it's a little bit cold night.
Yeah, I know. Set the mood when you're watching a movie.
Very nice. And then Anna, are there any like student lounges? Because obviously the room that you're in right now probably utilized mostly as a classroom, or when our TV shows or film students need to utilize that space. But are there like other gathering areas in the School of Communication for students to either come together to obviously study, we touched on, but just kind of kick back and talk about things that are more School of Communications related?
Oh, definitely. So we actually have a lot of clubs within the School of Comms. So we have our Hofstra Entertainment Access Television, our radio station, 88.7 WRHU. We have the Chronicle, and a lot of clubs and activities. So I know specifically for those organizations that they meet in different areas within the School of Comm, particularly our news hub or one of our 3 television studios. So those are great areas where students can kind of meet and talk about their creativity. In addition to that, I know I'm just the type of person who likes to walk around campus whenever I'm stressed out, or if I need some time to just get out of this area. I love walking through our campus, especially during the spring. They're currently planting a lot of tulips everywhere, so and all of the flowers and trees are starting to blossom, so it looks absolutely stunning. So for me, if I'm not in the School of Comm or meeting with a club or something like that, I'm definitely walking through campus and just breathing in the nice fresh spring air.
Very cool. Awesome. All right, well, thank you both so much for taking the time out of your day to share spots on campus that you would like to highlight. And we would like to listen to you guys. If you have any ideas from when you visit campus, whether it be a tour or anything like that, utilize our hashtag #CHofstra. Let us know what you see on campus that maybe one day will be your favorite spot. Again, my name is Joseph Marrone, Assistant Dean of Admission. Feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions. Again, thank you so much, Anna. Thank you so much, Shay. And enjoy the rest of your college search process.